Here is the shape itself. 4 side faces carry 4 seasons. Each face holds exactly 13 weeks, 91 days. The 13 months run independently across the whole of the cube. Heaven above, earth below, 6 faces total. The 7th is the 13th frequency living within the interior space of the cube, just as it is the interior of the vessel. Each month name is chosen to be understood instantly in any language by anyone, anywhere. Simple, physical, universal words honoring the body, the breath of God, and the natural world. Each month carries a place in the ascent from sacrum to crown, a chakra and a planetary frequency that corresponds to that chakra. The inhale, months 1 through 7. The first 7 months map the inhalation of the astrophysical breath of God, the gathering, the deepening, the compression that builds the charge. Geometrically, these 7 months are the cube unfolded flat, spread wide, held open under tension by 5 hinges, the inhale of the breath of God accumulating. Months 1 and 2, seed and root. September 6th through October 31st, govern the root chakra, Mars 144.72 Hertz. Month 1, seed, September 6th through October 3rd, the beginning, the potential held, waiting to be cast into the ground. Ignition 1-1 AA opens here. Before the threshold, 6 drew inward and 9 radiated outward, the self-feeding engine of the old inhalation. The gears do not vanish at the fold. Their direction changes. What was 6 pulling in now carries the exhale out. What was 9 pouring out now draws the intake home. The autumnal equinox, September 22nd, falls on day 17 of this month, the first echo of the coordinate this calendar returns to, again at its own gate. The September 6th Vesicapiscus becomes 3.5 days of stillness, opening the year itself on days 1 through 4. September 10th, the gate, is day 5. The 10 days of awe, the ancient season of self-examination between the new year and its sealing, runs from day 6 through day 15, the Day of Atonement or at-one-ment. Month 2, root, October 4th through October 31st, the anchoring downward. The seed makes contact with the earth, the vessel's own base grounding into the physical field. Osiris descending in the coffin down the river is the field separating, popping apart, the first splitting of a compressed unity. Month 3 and 4, rise and bloom. November 1st through December 26th, govern the sacral chakra, the moon, 210.42 Hertz. Month 3, rise. Pressure builds the way coal builds toward a diamond. Nothing but weight and time acting on a substance that cannot yet see what it is becoming. The moon's own frequency governs gestation, the 9-month human cycle encoded into her 210.42 Hertz. Month 4, bloom, the swelling, peak compression. The winter solstice, December 21st, falls on day 23 of this month, the physical bottom of the year's breath, the densest point of the entire descent. Month 5 and 6, deep and open. December 27th through February 20th, govern the solar plexus, sun and earth, 136.10 Hertz. Month 5, deep. The fullness held at its own maximum density. This is the depth at which diamonds form, 150 to 200 kilometers beneath the surface, under nothing but pressure and time. Month 6, open. The net does not release what it gathered by choice. It is full, and what is too heavy to carry further is discarded. The heavier carbon dropped so the deeper field can recycle it. The same water already pouring out for the cleansing, Aquarius's own sign, completes. February 6th falls inside this month. The 153-day cord from September 6th to February 6th. The first of 3 chords of the astrophysical breath of God, completing its measure. The second chord runs from February 6th to April 13th. Month 7, still. February 21st through March 20th. The heart chakra, Venus, 221.23 hertz. The pivot, the spring equinox, March 20th, falls on the final day of this month. The exact hinge where the unfolded flat shape of the year completes its fold and stands upright. A cube's own flat net holds together on 5 hinges and waits on 7 open edges to close. The same 5 and 7 pattern running through the holy days themselves. The 7 months of the inhale have gathered. The fold completes here, and the 6 months of the exhale stand ready to seal what follows. The exhale, months 8 through 13. The second 6 months map the exhalation of the astrophysical breath of God, the standing, the radiant discharge. Geometrically, these 6 months are the cube folded upright, the 7 edges sealed, the structure now 3-dimensional, standing sovereign. Month 8, breath, March 21st through April 17th. The heart chakra, Venus, 221.23 hertz. The exhale itself, the 153-day cord from April 6th to September 6th runs through this month. The third cord of the threefold cord drawing the breath home. April 13th falls on day 24, the true phoenix rising, the fold itself, the moment the fashioned piece is inserted and Horus is conceived. The full vesicapiscus spanning days 24 through 27. April 14th, 15th, 16th. Breath 25, 26, 27, or the full 3 days in the tomb. April 17th, breath 28, is the gate, the 17th frequency. 1 coordinate, 4 events. The Feast of First Fruits, the Ark's own rest on Nisan 17, the resurrection, and the white hole inversion's own birth of the new age of Aquarius in 2026. Now, breath 24, 1 Anno Aquarius. Month 9 and 10, word and flow. April 18th through June 12th governed the throat chakra. Mercury, 141.27 hertz. Month 9, word, the beginning of spring in the northern hemisphere. The exhale, the voice. The breath becomes sound, the word goes out. John 1:1, in the beginning was the word. Month 10, flow. The current is released, moving, the exhale in motion. The Omer count, begun at first fruits, runs to its own 50th day, Pentecost, the cloven tongues marking the field's own split, distributed flame. The same cord that carries the breath from April to September runs through this month as well. Month 11 and 12, shine and gather. June 13th through August 7th, governs the third eye, Jupiter, 183.58 hertz. Month 11, shine. The summer solstice, June 21st, falls on day 9 of this month, the digit that already names the fully gestated light body of man, the year's brightest day in the northern hemisphere, the third eye opening made visible in full radiance on the very number that marks its own completion. Month 12, gather, gathering inward. Silence, solitude, sustained attention. The discipline required to hold an opening steady before the crown completes. Month 13, Crown. August 8th through September 4th. Crown Chakra, Saturn, 147.85 Hertz. Completion. The full ascent finished, sacrum to crown, 1 breath, 1 year, complete. Genesis 47:28 records Jacob's own lifespan as exactly 147 years. The 720-degree breadth and the spatial boundary of the whole arc, Jacob's own coordinate tuned to the crown's identical frequency. Isaiah 40:26. Lift up your eyes on high, and behold, who hath created these things, that bringeth out their host by number? He calleth them all by names, by the greatness of his might. Not one faileth. The .2422 was never a flaw to correct. It is the signature every breathing system requires. 5 was the balanced breath. 6 borrowed a half day forward, stretching one side of stillness ahead of the other, building a tension a balanced breath could never build on its own. 7 pays that debt back, both sides standing equal again, upright now rather than lying flat. Symmetry is earned. Every balanced state in this breath spent an asymmetry first and paid it back before it was allowed to stand even again. The 13-month cathedral calendar runs 364 days. The true solar year runs 365.2422 days. The calendar completes its cycle roughly 1.24 days faster than the sun does every single year. A fixed solar event, like the April 13th Vesca will arrive later in the count each year, drifting slowly forward through the months until the 7-year Sabbath week resets the alignment. Year 1, the April 13th Northern Hemisphere Vesca falls on month 8, day 24. The week out of time corrects 7 full days against a drift of roughly 8.7 days accumulated across those 7 years, leaving a small residual, under 2 days, still carried forward rather than fully spent. This is exactly what the Jubilee exists to absorb. 7 such residuals gathered from 7 Sabbath cycles, cleared in one final reckoning at the 50th year. The drift you will observe year over year, the Vesca sliding forward through the months, the solstices and equinoxes slowly shifting, is the visible, trackable proof that this calendar breathes in real time, exactly as the field itself breathes. After 7 cycles of 7, the Jubilee intercalations lock the grand cycle completely back into solar resonance. The moon governed the gathering across the long inhalation, 2.5 and 2.5, balanced, 5 holy days of stillness and equilibrium. The sun governs the standing structure now, 3.5 and 3.5 days of stillness and equilibrium, 7 holy days, balanced again at a higher register. The moon's own 2.5 remains, held inside the sun's 3.5, one measure carried within the other, both governing together as a single unified rhythm. Isaiah 30:26. Moreover, the light of the moon shall be as the light of the sun, and the light of the sun shall be 7-fold, as the light of 7 days, in the day that the Lord bindeth up the breach of his people, and healeth the stroke of their wound. The moon's own light does not vanish into the sun's. It becomes as the sun's, held within it, exactly as the 2.5 is held within the 3.5, and the sun's own light multiplies 7-fold as the light of 7 days, the same 7 that already completes the fold at every scale of the white hole inversion.